Hello friends, welcome to our channel Ghost Story. I'm your friend Ratul. Today, I'm back with another brand new real-life story for you. I hope you'll listen to it till the end and let me know in the comments how you liked it, because these stories are made for all of you. Please support our new channel by liking the video, commenting, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing. If you or someone you know has experienced a strange, scary, or unforgettable incident, you're welcome to send me your story. I would love to share it with everyone on this channel. You'll find the link to my Instagram page in the description box, where you can message me your story directly. Now, without wasting any more time, let's begin today's story. Today's story has been sent by Ram from India. I am a musician from India, a wanderer by trade. My life is a blur of highways, late-night gigs, and sterile hotel rooms. But nothing could have prepared me for the suffocating, primal terror of that night in Ooty. Even now, years later, the smell of damp earth and pine needles is enough to send me into a cold sweat. It began when our exhausted crew was booked into a decaying, British-era heritage bungalow deep in the Nilgiri hills. The locals refused to look at the property as we drove past. The house sat at the end of a winding dirt path, choked by overgrown vines and shrouded in a thick, unnatural mountain mist. The moment I stepped out of the car, I felt it, an oppressive, unseen weight pressing against my chest, as if the air itself was trying to suffocate me. The interior smelled of rotting wood and dried lavender. That evening, walking down a dimly lit, freezing corridor to my room, the temperature plummeted so sharply I could see my breath. At the end of the hall stood a tall, impossibly thin foreign man in a tattered 19th century suit. His skin was the color of curdled milk. As I froze, his neck snapped toward me with a sickening crack. He didn't just smile, his lips curled back so far that the rotting skin around his mouth began to tear, revealing blackened gums. My heart hammering against my ribs, I bolted past him, seeking refuge in the back of the house. I stumbled upon the kitchen. It was pitch black, save for the faint moonlight illuminating a young boy standing by a heavy wooden block. Thwack, 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 he was rhythmically chopping raw meat. "Excuse me, could I get some tea?" I stammered, my voice trembling. The chopping stopped. The boy slowly turned his head. Where his eyes should have been, there were only hollow, dark voids dripping with a thick, black fluid. He didn't speak. He just raised the heavy meat cleaver and pointed it directly at my throat. I locked myself in my room that night, listening to heavy, dragging footsteps pace outside my door until dawn. The true horror struck the next morning, when I, pale and sleep-deprived, mentioned the encounters to the estate's caretaker over breakfast. The tray of glasses slipped from his hands, shattering on the floor. His face drained of every ounce of blood. "Sir, the kitchen has been boarded shut for 50 years, he whispered, his entire body trembling. "And you are the only guests here. No foreigner has walked these halls since the British owner slaughtered his servants and hung himself from the rafters." Pure, unadulterated panic set in. My fellow musicians, pale and wide-eyed, confessed they had spent the night paralyzed in their beds, listening to agonizing screams echoing through the walls. We didn't even pack properly. We grabbed whatever we could and fled the cursed walls as the sun began to dip, forcing us to make the treacherous descent in the dark. Our escape down the mountain roads only plunged us deeper into a living nightmare. A suffocating, milky fog rolled in, reducing our visibility to mere feet. The road was a claustrophobic ribbon of asphalt bordered by sheer rock on one side and a bottomless black abyss on the other. Suddenly, the red taillights of a lone Royal Enfield motorcycle materialized in the fog ahead. It was carrying two men. The pillion rider was wearing a torn, chocolate-colored leather jacket. We followed them for miles, an eerie silence falling over our car. Then, as we approached a sharp hairpin bend, the biker turned to look back at us. My blood turned to ice. His jaw was missing. It hung by a single, bloody thread of sinew, his eyes wide with an eternal, agonizing terror. Before we could scream, The motorcycle violently swerved, launching off the cliff and plummeting into the black void below. We screamed at our driver to slam the brakes. We had to help them. But the driver's eyes were locked dead ahead, his knuckles white, his foot pressing harder on the accelerator. "Do not look down," he roared, his voice cracking with panic. "It's a trap. The dead just repeat their final moments here. If you step out of this car, they will pull you down with them into the dark." We sat in paralyzed, whimpering silence. But the mountains demanded a final toll. A mile later, a towering, distorted figure materialized in the dead center of the foggy road, clutching a heavy wooden walking stick. It was the foreign man from the bungalow. His limbs were elongated, twitching unnaturally, and that gruesome, torn smile now stretched from ear to ear, waiting for us. "Hit him," the driver screamed, flooring the gas pedal. We braced for the sickening crunch of bone and metal, raising our arms to shield our faces. But the impact never came. The car tore straight through his phantom body. In that split second, the interior of our car was plunged into freezing darkness. The cabin filled with a deafening, blood-curdling shriek of agony, and the overwhelming, stomach-churning stench of a freshly opened grave. We made it out of the mountains that night, but a part of my soul was left behind on those twisting roads. To this day, whenever the temperature drops unexpectedly, I can still smell the rotting wood, and I can feel that dead, eyeless stare piercing through the back of my neck. How did you like this story? If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and support us. If you've ever experienced something similar, feel free to share your story with me on my Instagram page. You'll find the link in the description box. Thank you, cuties.